What does it take to turn a concrete coliseum into the smartest stadium in the world? The world's most legendary stadium is getting a future-ready upgrade, and it might just become the coolest place in football. Let's dive right in. When the Camp Nou first opened its gates in 1957, it wasn't just a stadium. It was home to a football club filled with ambitions and thirst to be the best in the world. FC Barcelona's home was designed by architects Josep Soteras and Francesc Mitjans in 1954, but with a great emphasis on identity, sheer capacity and energy. The club wanted to create a venue where football fans could gather and enjoy football at its fullest. The Camp Nou was originally built to house a mammoth total of 93,000 fans with its unique three-tiered bowl design. This design features a wider lower section, a prominent middle tier closer to the pitch, and a smaller third ring which was added in a later expansion. Just like ancient coliseums, the stadium had no roof, just raw, open-air views of both the pitch and gorgeous Catalan sky. The Camp Nou was unapologetic, colossal, and made entirely out of pure concrete. From the inside, the stadium has some basic yet functional features that include narrow aisles, concrete benches, modest VIP sections, and a manual scoreboard. There was also the infamous tunnel where legends like Maradona, Cruyff, and Ronaldinho would emerge, leaving all the fans in awe. Despite all this, the Camp Nou had a majesty to its minimalist design, making it an engineering marvel of the 1950s. The stadium was built for a pure football experience, and not for some screens or shops. It hosted people who had a passion for football and captured the true essence of FC Barcelona. From the 1980s to the 2010s, Camp Nou has undergone several waves of renovation and expansion, but these upgrades didn't change its original skeleton. Probably the biggest upgrade came in 1982 when the stadium was extended from 93,000 seats to a whopping 115,000 seats by adding a third tier to host the FIFA World Cup. While the increased seating was a significant upgrade, it wasn't the only one. In the same renovation, they also made some significant upgrades to the stadium, such as improved press areas, the introduction of more luxurious VIP lounges, and electronic scoreboards. However, all this still preserved the concrete heart of Camp Nou, which it was famous for. A few years after this upgrade, the stadium was hit with a big setback. In the 1990s, new safety regulations were introduced, which forced many stadiums to remove their standing terraces to make them all-seater stadiums. The Camp Nou had to undergo that, and its standing terraces were replaced by molded plastic seats, which were safer but lacked character. In the 2000s, they switched to digital ticketing systems, and by the 2010s, Barca's home cemented its place as the largest football stadium in Europe with a maximum seating capacity of 99,354. Even though it was the largest stadium in Europe, the Camp Nou lacked some serious amenities that many stadiums offered. In the 2010s, most football stadiums shifted to a roofed stadium, which could help save the fans from rain and sun. Being an open space, the stadium had poor acoustics, which made the fan experience terrible. Access routes, concessions, and toilets were outdated, which further created trouble for the fans. While stadiums like the Allianz Arena, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Wembley offered retractable roofs, interactive fan tech, and cutting-edge facades, the Camp Nou just offered scale. By the 2020s, Barca's management had understood that renovations weren't enough. The stadium's bones were aging, there was no full roof, the electrical and plumbing systems were getting older, and the iconic concrete bowl wasn't echoing properly. Camp Nou was falling short commercially as well because there was insufficient space to incorporate digital advertising, sustainability systems, and especially modern hospitality suites. For a club with global stature, FC Barcelona needed a stadium that could meet the expectations of broadcast partners, sponsors, and especially fans. There were also some significant accessibility concerns, with a lack of modern transport integration and limited accommodations for disabled fans. If you add the club's rising financial challenges, it's clear that the management needed to make some big decisions. Under these circumstances, FC Barcelona needed a plan that could fix all these issues. Enter the Espai Barça master plan. The mega project aims to not only renovate Camp Nou, but rebirth it as a global architectural and sporting icon. Their vision with this project is to not only make the Camp Nou the largest stadium in Europe, but also make it the most advanced and immersive stadium in the region. To achieve their visionary dreams, FC Barcelona turned to Nikken Sekkei, a renowned Japanese architecture firm which has built iconic venues like the Saitama Super Arena and Tokyo Dome. The Japanese firm has partnered up with Spain's own architecture and design specialist IDOM. This incredible collaboration has resulted in a reimagined Spotify Camp Nou that preserves its past but speaks to the future. So what can you expect? The complete demolition and reconstruction of the stadium's third tier. Even though the third tier was a later and significant upgrade, it was still a narrow and steep area. This area is now being re-engineered to take care of these issues, along with a massive expansion to host an astonishing audience of 105,000. However, this isn't just a numbers game, as the stadium's geometry is being recalibrated to improve verticality, which will deliver clear views of the pitch from every seat in the stadium. Above the seats, there's finally the long-awaited 360-degree roof canopy, which will be suspended by a unique steel cable tension system. The roof is being placed to not only shelter the fans from rain and sun, but to also house 18,000 square meters of solar panels, basically turning it into a mini power plant. The stadium's iconic bowl shape is now more symmetrical, which will not only enhance views but also acoustics. The management is also resolving the accessibility issue by adding wider tunnels, more elevators, and more escalators to cater the massive audience Camp Nou can host. On the inside, the Spotify Camp Nou is finally getting a major upgrade in terms of comfort. The stadium is moving from its traditional backless plastic chairs to modern, fully cushioned and foldable chairs with cup holders. These seats will offer you a theatre-like experience with more generous legroom, comfort, and in-seat interactive technology. The increased capacity of over 100,000 seats, thanks to a wider and more accessible third tier, will make watching a match at the Camp Nou all the more exciting. The stadium is finally ADA compliant, which means it will offer expanded wheelchair zones, elevators, and ramps. FC Barcelona is finally getting rid of its single outdated press box for panoramic and high-tech media suites. They are finally adding new VIP hospitality boxes, lounges, and skyboxes, seamlessly integrated across tiers, which will offer you the best seat in the house. What truly sets this transformation apart is the personalization of the fan experience. Whether you're visiting the Spotify Camp Nou for the first time as a corporate guest or as a long-time Barca supporter, there's a space curated just for you there. The new Spotify Camp Nou is set to be a digitally connected theatre of dreams. The state-of-the-art 360-degree LED screen installed in the stadium will display replays, branding, interactive content, and live match stats in real time. Apart from this, the stadium is being reimagined to incorporate fan needs in the digital era. It will offer Wi-Fi 6 and 5G infrastructure throughout the arena to allow fans to post, navigate seats, stream, AR experiences, and post real-time highlights from the comfort of their seat. Imagine you enter the Spotify Camp Nou by scanning the ticket through your app. You follow dynamic arrows that lead you to your seat and order your snack without leaving your seat or missing a minute. That's essentially the new Spotify Camp Nou experience. However, that's not all. The stadium also has new immersive fan zones which will offer you interactive exhibits, themed selfie posts, and VR locker room tours. For tourists, these zones turn a 2-hour game into an all-day adventure, which they join post-match. Apart from shade, the roof will enhance crowd noise in the stadium thanks to the acoustic reflectors installed. This will essentially turn the Camp Nou into a fortress while maintaining its iconic roar with an added bonus of crystal-clear quality. The new Spotify Camp Nou is going to have a big jump from its previous version in terms of sustainability. FC Barcelona's management and Espai Barça wanted the stadium to be an epitome of sustainable sports in the world, which aligns with the city's climate goals and UEFA's Green Stadium standards. The 18,000 solar panels installed on the new roof will generate enough renewable energy to power screens, internal systems, and lighting throughout the stadium. For pitch irrigation and usage across the stadium, the venue is going to have a rainwater harvesting system that will collect water from the rain and filter it for clean use. Spotify Camp Nou will use geothermal heating and cooling systems to reduce energy dependence, while energy-efficient LED lighting, natural ventilation systems, and motion sensors will optimize energy use at each level, By implementing these initiatives, they plan on achieving zero carbon emissions by 2030. That's all for today. Are you excited about FC Barcelona's return to the Camp Nou? Also, which version do you like the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're there, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.